Hi guys, so today I'm doing a talk through makeup tutorial over this look that I have on my face right now. I thought that this tutorial was needed because a lot of people do an everyday makeup tutorial but then go through and do full coverage, do baking, do unrealistic things that some people just can't do every single day. I decided to make my own everyday makeup tutorial. This tutorial includes pretty much all drugstore except my brow products. A lot of people can't afford all high-end products for an everyday look. Maybe some high-end products for a special occasion, but every single day a lot of people can't afford high-end products for their entire face. I kind of talk you through some different techniques that I use for the everyday average Joe who doesn't really know how to apply her makeup, whatever. So if you are interested in this video, which is a realistic everyday makeup look, then just keep watching. First, I'm going in with my e.l.f. mineral infused face primer. Now this is only like $3 or $4 I believe at the drugstore, and e.l.f. is amazing. Next, I'm going in with my Tyra Flossom Face Tinted Moisturizer. This is something I've really come to love and use almost every single day because some of us just can't do foundation every single day. I really love going in with this for a little bit of coverage and skin correct in color, but nothing too heavy. I do just go in with my fingers with this. Any extra coverage we need, we will take care of using concealer. My favorite drugstore concealer is actually one you can't get at most drugstores, however it is really, really cheap online. It is the LA Girl Pro Conceal. I love this concealer. It's a nice coverage, not too heavy, but it really takes care of the under eyes. The peachiness kind of cancels out the darkness underneath my eyes, so it works. And it looks a lot lighter once you start blending it out. This brush I'm using is from a BH Cosmetics set. It is really inexpensive and it works really well to blend out my under eye concealer. If you have this set, it's just the white gold set. I don't know the exact name for it, but this is the number 4 brush and it just works really nicely for the under eye concealers. I like to quickly set my under eyes. For my under eyes, I like the RCMA No Color Powder, and it sets the under eye makeup beautifully. I like a little more coverage down the bridge of my nose and my forehead, so I just kind of like fan it out, and I also like it on my chin and right up on my upper lip by my nose because there's some redness there. I wipe off any of the excess powder and then just go back in with the same brush. So it just blends out concealer really nicely. It's not too dense, but it's not too loose either. I don't know, it's really pretty. I just prefer a loose powder for all of my concealer. I think it works the best to set it. So again, I'm taking the RCMA No Color Powder on the same brush and just going over those spots I just concealed. Last thing for my base, I like to give myself a little bit extra coverage using a pressed powder. I have been loving the Wet n Wild Photo Focus pressed powder. I use the color Warm Light. I use a flat kabuki brush. This is actually a foundation brush. This is from Sedona Lace. It is a little bit pricier, but you can find these everywhere. Swirl it around and press the powder into my skin. Swiping will take away from any extra coverage that this powder can give you. Okay, so I've done my brows off camera. An eyeshadow primer is something that you need to kind of experiment with to find what works for you. I have been using the Too Faced Shadow Insurance eyeshadow primer. This is kind of pricey, so if you are not into that, I do personally really like the hard candy eyeshadow primers. However, I know that that doesn't work for a lot of people. I tried to keep this pretty much all drugstore, but this is just the one thing that I don't have any drugstore options for. So for the eyeshadow look today, I'm going to be using a fairly inexpensive eyeshadow palette. This is the Carly Bible palette by BH Cosmetics. Now BH Cosmetics, you can order this online or they just brought it out to Ulta. Don't quote me on it, but I believe this was about 13 bucks. It's just a really beautiful, great, everyday, neutrally gold palette. So that's why I'm using this eyeshadow palette today. First shade I'm taking is actually the first shade in the palette. It is an off-white matte color. I love taking an off-white matte color to set my primer. For every single eye look, I think it is most important to have 3 main shades. Now, I'm not going to count the lid color we just used to set everything because you can actually use your face setting powder to set that. You don't need a specific color. But the 3 main shades I think you should have for every single eye look is a transition color, a crease color, and an eyelid color. You can do all matte looks if you would like, but shimmery shades are just perfect for an everyday awake look. You never want harsh lines. You want your crease shade to look like it's diffusing, and that's where the transition shade comes in, by making sure your crease shade looks like it's just diffusing into nothing. I'm going to take a flat shader brush on that color and just put it all over the lid. Of course, you could go with this purpley color right here, which is a lighter color, and it'll make the look pull more purple. Or you could even go with this darker brown and you could keep the look very, very neutral. I'm going to go in with this darker brown color just to keep everything more neutral because some people just aren't comfortable going in with purples on their lid. Now you want a thinner brush for this, but still fluffy enough to blend into the crease. And then for the under eye, you definitely don't have to go in with anything here, but I like to go in with a little bit of something just to give it a little more definition on the lower lash line. And a lot of times I just take my first transition shade, so I'll just buff that shade down below here. I like to just take the first color that I use to set the primer and just put it on the brow bone to blend everything together, diffuse the crease color a little bit. So now is when I go in with mascara. The mascara I've been loving recently is the Milani Lash Trifecta Mascara. It gives your eyelashes this beautiful wispy effect. So you can see it's curved. I go in with this side first. So that was all done with just that one side, and then I like to re-dip it in and go in with the other side. See, look how full and wispy my lashes look, and it works well for the bottom lashes too. So there you have one eye with mascara and one eye without. I think for this look today I'm going to go with a more natural blush, so I'm going in with Romantic Rose by Milani. Now for blush, I like to go in the back parts of my cheeks first and then go forward and back again, just to give my face a little bit of a contour using the blush. A lot of people can skip highlighter and actually don't like wearing it. That's completely up to you. It does not need to be worn. However, I think it just completes the look and makes my dry skin look so much healthier. So the highlighter I have been loving recently is the Hard Candy Baked Bronzer in Tiki. It's so beautiful. So my 2 favorite nudes to just throw on are from Sonia Kashuk and Essence. But this color is in Sunkissed in their Satin Luxe lip colors. But I'll go in with Sunkissed. How I like to do my everyday lip is I dab it on and blend it out with my finger. Those are really pretty together though. Okay guys, so that is the completed makeup look. If you like this video, make sure you give it a thumbs up. I'll have everything that I used listed down below if you're interested. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and in the meantime, make sure to spread some positivity. Bye!